Oh, I'm muted. Welcome, everybody. I'm muted. Some of you guys didn't even realize it was me. Yeah, I got it. I'm not muted anymore. Can y'all hear me? Put a one in the chat. I'm gonna let the people get in here. Welcome. Not muted. Uh, not muted. No more. My bad. I'm gonna have to edit that part out. Not muted no more. No more. Not muted now. There you go. All right, everybody hears me. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Yeah. Rookie mistake. Well, listen. I always put in mute because anyways, let me stop. Shout out to everybody, guys. I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday night, December 2nd. Here, I thought my YT app was acting up. No, it's my mute button, Diddy. Sorry, y'all. All right, guys, we about to get into it. We have definitely 3 topics to talk about today that we have to talk about. Make sure you guys check out our pre-recorded from earlier on D4VD, just some commentary. But I really, 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 really want to talk about Rebecca Park, what came out of that, just the horrible news about Rebecca Park. Okay. I want to talk about this defamation lawsuit and the outcome between Meg the Stallion, celebrity, and blogger and social media influencer Milagro Grams. We got to talk about that. And then we got to talk about the Diddy doc. So we definitely got a lot to review. Now, hold up, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Now, do me a favor, y'all. Hit the like button, please, and thank you, because we're about to get into some news. Now, why don't we start? I think this one will probably take not too much, because what's the word? So, for those that have been following my channel, you guys knew that we wanted to get the transcripts for this civil lawsuit that was filed against a YouTuber, social media influencer by the name of Milagro Grams. Okay. Very big in the celebrity reporting area. I think that it's a lawsuit that's, in my opinion, very important. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way, especially if you're a YouTuber or if you give commentary about topics, especially when they involve celebrity. You guys know we talk about true crimes and then we talk about exposing the industry. We will drag a celebrity, we'll drag a J Lo, we'll drag a whatever, we just will, right? And we'll expose certain things. But so they had a verdict, right? So deliberations happened. There was no verdict last week. They went through Thanksgiving. Verdict was yesterday, right? But they had a verdict, and then the judge basically finalized what this verdict actually is, the final actual judgment. So even though the jury came out and basically said in their ruling, this is what in the jury verdict side, they said that they found that Milagrograms was liable for defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and promotion of an altered deep fake. Okay. That's what they found her liable. Now, today, the judge said, well, guess what? The defamation isn't a thing. Why? Because based on other arguments that these lawyers made is you can actually consider Milagrogram's media. And she actually has a pretty extensive portfolio of media between having a contract with Stationhead, other bloggers and media sources. She's been able to build that over the years. And so she was able to make successfully an argument about why the defamation should not apply. Now, here's the thing about the defamation. The reason where Meg the Stallion's team messed up is they didn't send her a cease and desist. Okay. When you are a media, okay, you're media in Florida, you have to send a C&D to a blogger, a journalist, or anybody that falls under that scope. Because what happens is it allows them, based on, laws that they have over there, civil procedures, whatever, based on the statutes that they have over there, people have to give you the opportunity to correct your information, to remove your information. Okay. So the judge came back and basically said in the final judgment that was entered today, and this is by the district federal judge. In the judgment, the court tossed out the defamation claim, as in the judge ruled that Milagro is not liable under defamation because she was treated as media entity, and the plaintiff, Megan, didn't send her required C&D before filing. The remaining, though, was upheld. The liable was upheld. The intentional infliction of emotional distress was upheld. The the deep fake was held. All of that. Now, one of the predictions that we made on this channel, and I told you, I said, that defamation case is weak. Now, the jury didn't feel that was the case, but personally, I felt that the defamation part of that whole case was just weak. What I did not feel was weak was the deep fake. The deep fake is a serious thing, especially Florida has some very specific laws that they have worked on in the books about deep fakes. Now, let me tell y'all something. I have a feeling that this is something that, whether you're a YouTuber, and say not even a YouTuber, y'all, if you're on TikTok, if you're reporting on things, and this is why it matters, is because a lot of us could be held accountable. If I am on the internet and I find a deep fake, it doesn't always have to be sexual, right? Like, let's just say I find an AI picture, which we stumble upon them all the time. This is a thing that happens. We stumble upon pictures, and then sometimes we have to determine, well, is the picture real? Is the picture not real? Like, what's going on, right? And that's the scary part out of that. Hold up, live now. Let me let the people know that we're live. Is that you have to make sure that you're very careful, right? Because you don't know when something's a deep fake. Milagro right now is doing a bunch of interviews. There is this, what's the word? What's the word? Like, people that have been watching this lawsuit kind of see things both ways, right? People see it as a win because of the defamation, because she's considered, or at least this lawsuit considered her media, right? I kind of see this as a double-edged sword, to be quite honest, right? Yeah, you can act, that's right, JB, you can accidentally step into some ish, right? You have to see what happened with Popcorn Planet. It hurts all white tees reporters. He's going to fight it. Ooh, are you talking about the Blake Lively stuff? I mean, this is a real thing, right? Thank you, guys. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. It is the birthday week. It's the birthday month. Hit the like button, please, and thank you. Y'all, you have to be careful. That's what you have to do. And this is the risk that you run a lot on YouTube, right? For any content creator. Some of us aren't, you know, corporations. Some of us truly just work on our own, and we do this on our own. And we get the mic, the microphones, cameras, computers, we rely on your guys' support a lot, hitting the like button, super chats, all those other stuff. It's amazing, right? But the research part, I mean, there are times where I could tell you guys that I get sent some stuff in my inbox that I never put out because I can't support the argument. I don't want to find myself in a situation where I'm owing a celebrity or I'm this or that or the other, right? The problem that I have with this idea that, this somehow us stepping into the role of journalists and media, I think anybody can take on that role. You may not have those credentials, and I think that's what sets people apart. You can be a citizen journalist. A lot of us YouTubers are considered citizen journalists, right? Meaning we're more community based, we're more like on the ground, boots on the ground. We rely on people's support. That's kind of how we do things. We're not behind a corporation, and we don't always have this red tape, right? Citizen journalism is a little bit different than journalism, say like a Megan Cuniff or like all these other journalists out there. Yeah, I'll put the names in there. It's a little bit different. So I feel like this idea that somehow, you could be sent a cease and desist doesn't necessarily mean you won't be sued. People can still send you a C&D and sue you anyways. This idea that somehow this is a good route, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence on that as far as whether this is truly a win. Does that make sense? I'm on the fence, but if you were whichever side you were rooting for, whether you were for Milagro or for Meg the Stallion, whatever it is, at the end of the day, I don't care about these celebrities at the end of the day, honestly. I do feel like there should be room on social media to have bloggers female bloggers specifically that want to express themselves the way that they want to, do it. As long as it's not hurting me, I don't really care. I may not like it. I may not be a fan of it, but however you want to express yourself, hell, you have Howard Stern who says everything that he wants, and he gets sued, but people get away with the things that they say, especially Howard Stern, because I don't know if it's like he's a man or he has the corporation and backing and whatever, but what's wrong, with a woman just being able to speak her mind if that's what she wants to do, I do. I care about the justice, not so much the celebrity. I really don't care. And I am, as long as people aren't lying. And that was the thing that I was telling y'all. I said, look, the defamation part of this lawsuit is weak, in my opinion. But the deep fake was a little too much for me. Honestly, I was like, I don't know if this is going to be something that people like. When you're looking at it, and I'm going to let her explain it, because actually this is Milagro. She does an interview.
Story you'll see only here on CBS News Miami. Just 24 hours after the verdict in the Megan Thee Stallion's defamation lawsuit, blogger Milagro Cooper is sharing her story.
And she's answering tough questions about the actions that led her to this moment.
By the way, her name is Milagrogramz. That's her social media name, but her, real name is Cooper. So that's why you hear me call her Grams, because that's how you're going to find her on social media.
Like a deep fake AI pornographic video she was accused of amplifying to her followers. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor has the exclusive.
Did you know it was an AI fake video?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And why did you spread it?
I think that's a tricky question, because I think there are misconceptions about what actually happened. Mm-hmm. I did say go to my likes, and I did speak about it.
And that is how Milagro Cooper described her actions, for which she ended up sued in a Miami federal court by rapper Megan Thee Stallion. In the civil lawsuit, the rapper said in June 2024, defendant Cooper encouraged her 27,000 followers to view an ex post by another person, an artificially created video of Miss Pete purportedly engaged in sexual acts without Miss Pete's knowledge or consent. Megan Pete, the rapper's legal name, testified in court that the video caused her such emotional distress she considered her life was not worth living. Did you not know this could harm her?
Did I personally think that this would cause her to feel those ways? Absolutely not.
On Monday, Megan Pete left court with a smile, while the jury found Cooper.
Let me tell y'all something. Milagro, this is a tactic, y'all, and it's very good. Let me just say this. The journalist, the reporter is asking a question, and what does she do? She takes that question and rephrases it, and then she answers it. Okay? Listen to, she did that twice. I said, she's very good at this in terms of like how she's answering. And when people said that she did very well on the stand, I can agree to this. If this is how she's very, well, looking at the camera or looking at the reporter, and she literally said what she said here. Okay. But she's rephrasing that question. That's a very good tactic, y'all. I don't think it's media training. I think that's how do you own, let me tell y'all, psychology 101, behavioral. Let me get my social work hat on, right? When you're asking questions, are they just answering, or are they repeating the question in the way in which it's comfortable for them to answer and then giving you an answer? That's what that looks like to me. What is comfortable for her to answer? She's giving it to you. You can go back to it. Look at the way the journalist asked the question. Hold up.
Really think that this would cause her to feel those ways? Absolutely not.
On Monday, Megan Pete left court with a smile, while the jury found Cooper defamed the rapper and awarded $16,000 in damages for defamation. Judge Cecilia Altonaga said she would not include the jury's defamation finding in her final order. Megan Pete.
Hold on, I think we missed that question. Hold up, here we go.
She considered her life was not worth living.
Watch.
Did you not know this could harm her?
Did you not know this could harm her? That is that's the reporter asking. And look what she does.
Did I personally think that this would cause her to feel those ways? Absolutely not.
Did I personally think that this would cause her feel that way? No. I don't like that question, so I'm gonna flip it and ask it the way and answer it the way I want to. That's good.
On Monday, Megan Pete left court
Very
with a
good.
smile, while the jury found Cooper defamed the rapper and awarded $16,000 in damages for defamation. Judge Cecilia Altonaga said she would not include the jury's defamation finding in her final order. Megan Pete would only get $59,000 from the blogger and not $75,000 anymore.
For the jury to decide that it wasn't a multi-million-dollar settlement or finding, that is a win. Absolutely.
The jury also decided Milagro Cooper was a media defendant. That was the reason the compensation for defamation would not count. She alleged she is new media. What ethics rules do you have to follow, or do you follow?
So
I don't know what new, like, you know, and that's been the thing that everybody's been repeating. New media, in terms of what? I'm gonna push back a little bit on that because I feel like bloggers and YouTubers have been sued every time when it comes to if you're defaming a celebrity, right? And I'm not saying that, like, is that a new concept, or is the new media part you don't have the training, or that you're like, what is exactly new media? And that's the part that I'm like, oh, you're gonna have to explain that. So when the reporter's asking about the ethics, hold up, let me go back a little bit.
Defamation would not count. She alleged she is new media. What ethics rules do you have to follow, or do you follow?
So I could not come up with a code of ethics on my own. I think that because this is so new, those are the different things that we have to create and make a foundation for.
A foundation for a code of ethics. My only concern is, am I going to be sued under that ethics? What if I don't oblige by that and I don't have a journalist degree? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? You said new media is considered YouTubers and people on Twitch, and you didn't go to journalism. Well, can I consider myself a citizen journalist? What does that mean? What does that mean? I mean, it's an interesting concept, but it's not new. Does that make sense? It's not new. Bloggers have been sued for many, many years. You know who's the original one that's been sued so many times? Perez Hilton. Ask him about what new media is, and ask him how he's been running his blog for so many years. Ask him. I feel like he's been in this market for a lot longer than a lot of us, right? So again, I'm happy that she seems to be very contempt, right? And I think that if she's happy with the outcome in terms of it's not defamation, then that's great. But what does that mean for everybody else? Right? That's the question. So I don't know. I'm on the fence on this one, personally. It would have been better, in my opinion, if she had been a different outcome had been found. But I just, like I called it before, I don't think that you could have gotten around with the deep fake. The deep fake just seemed too much. And the promotion part was pretty black and white for me in terms of you have a post, go to my likes. People go to your likes and you're promoting that. That's just promotion. That's like me telling you, guys, hit my like button, hype up the video. I'm promoting. That's what I'm doing. So, and she did say, you know, she did not know if that was her, but if it's her, she should sue. And it was a deep fake that looked like Megan. Now, I also think that Megan is not, what's the word? Meg Thee Stallion. And I had somebody in my comments the other day say to me this. They said, listen, you need to be careful because Meg Thee Stallion can sue you. She didn't lie. And I was like, first of all, Meg Thee Stallion, when the Tory Lanez shooting happened, she said different versions of what happened to her before she said that she had been shot by Tory. Okay? There have been multiple, and you know what? Meg Thee Stallion even owned that on the stand, said, yeah, I said this and I said that. And it led people to believe that she wasn't shot initially. She said she stepped on glass. She said this happened. There was like so many things. Then she went on Gayle King and denied having a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez. Okay. So then that led for other speculation, right? But even with all the mistruths, the initial mistruths, a jury still found Tory Lanez guilty of what they found him guilty of, right? So it doesn't really change the outcome of that verdict, but we're not going to like pretend that she did not misinform a lot of people initially. He was still found guilty, but there was a lot. If Meg the Stallion had just said what it was, a lot of this wouldn't have gone to the point where it was at. There probably wouldn't have been people that would have speculated anything. I don't know. So yeah, that's my thought on that. And like I said, I guess we'll see what happens. You said apparently new media refers to people who rely on digital media like this was. So Rabbit is new media. Like I said, I don't know if it's really that new though. Honestly, Moot says make the silent lie, and she was controlled to frame Tory, in my opinion. Well, that's a bold statement. Make sure you say my opinion, because then the people will come after you. All right. But like I said, if you posting that on social media, it becomes one of those things that it's like, all right, can you stand on that? For me personally, once he was found guilty, Tory Lanez, what else is there? Outside of the appeals, what else is there? I would have just left it alone. But, she felt very passionate about his conviction, so much so that it led to a defamation lawsuit. And here we are. Some people said that Meg the Stallion spent over $2 million and she's only going to get 60,000 back from Milagrogramz. I don't think she cares about the money. I don't think that Meg cares about the money, to be quite honest with you. I really think she only cares about what? The principle. I don't want this woman talking about me, so I'm going to sue her so I can throw away 2 million just to only collect 60,000 from all of that. It's crazy, but when you got that kind of money, you going to do whatever you want to do to silence people. You're going to do what you're going to do to silence people. Rule number 1, don't ever become the story. That should be part of the new media ethics. Rule number 1, don't ever become the story. Because once you're part of the story, and you know what? There's too many bloggers, in my opinion, just my opinion. We see it in true crime too much, where there's a missing child or a murdered somebody, and they literally become the story, and then it takes attention away from the victim. So this should be like rule number 1 for new media. Don't become part of the story. Don't be the story. Report the story. Don't be the story. Give your opinions. Speculate. Sure. Let the people know that that's what you're doing, and then you move on. That's what you do. But that's it. That's my thought on that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. All right. So we're going to move on. I want to talk about Rebecca Park and these charges. Okay. So Abby Blabby, and some of you guys, listen, I got people sending me, first of all, shout out to the people that are emailing me, because I got people, voice recordings. I got all kinds of things here, my friends. Hold up. And we going to play everything. Okay. But Rebecca K's mom, Rebecca K, her mom, like, I'm struggling with this, y'all. I'm struggling with this. She's 22 years old, was 22 years old. Okay. 22 years old and 38 weeks pregnant, goes missing. She was due November 18th. Okay. Goes missing. Just like that. So I'm struggling with this one, y'all, because the family, Courtney, who is Rebecca's mom, and this is Courtney, y'all. Yeah, the lady, that's Courtney, and that's the stepdad, Bradley. I think that's his name. They've been charged, both of them. Her bio mom, her mother. This is going to be graphic. Please note this. Anyways, let me stop because it's like, I cannot believe. Courtney and Brad Bartholomew, Rebecca Park's mother and stepfather, are each facing 8 charges, including first-degree murder and torture. Courtney Bartholomew charges include committed offenses of homicide, murder in the first degree, premeditated. Alleged committed the offense of homicide, felony murder, punishable for life, and DNA taken upon arrest. All right. Alleged committed offense to torture. Alleged committed offense of conspiracy to get tortured. Alleged committed offense to the assault of a pregnant woman, potentially causing miscarriage, stillborn. Committed offenses, conspiracy to commit assault from an individual intentionally causing miscarriage or stillborn or stillbirth. Alleged committed the offense. I think she meant to say allegedly, but we're going to say, allegedly committed the offense of unlawful imprisonment. Committed offenses of dead bodies. Removing without medical examiner's permission. So that tells me that she was moving possibly her body, guys. That's mom alone. Then you have the stepdad. So his charges are offenses of homicide, murder in the first degree, premeditated, committed the offenses of homicide, felony murder, committed the offense of torture, committed the offense of conspiracy to torture, committed the offense to assault of a pregnant woman, individual, committed an offense of conspiracy to commit assault, intentionally causing miscarriage or stillbirth, allegedly committed the offense of unlawful imprisonment, and committed the offense of dead bodies removing without medical examiner's permission. They're both being held without bond. I am in shock because I'm like, yo, how does this happen? You literally, you're just not human, right? Okay. This is your own child. You cannot be human if you literally had anything to do with not only her murder, but her losing her child. You can't make this up, y'all. And I'm trying to find. So there was court today, and this is I'm in shock. When I heard this, I said, "Oh man!" And I was gonna go live, but I was like, "I can't do that, man." It paralyzed me because it's like, I love my kids. I can't fathom, hearing somebody doing something to a minor child, but then it's like your pregnant child and then your grandchild. This is insane. Anyway, so they had court today, and this was posted, and apparently people in the courtroom heard all the craziness, all the details that I'm sure would have been hard to hear.
Of Rebecca Park are now charged with her death.
And those charges giving us a glimpse of what investigators say happened to the 22-year-old and her baby.
Rebecca's biological mother and stepfather, Courtney and Bradley Bartholomew, in court today on 8 charges each.
Now we are warning you, the details of this case are very difficult to hear. Up North Live's Tony Lundy joins us live from the Wexford County Courthouse, where the couple was charged with the murder of Rebecca and her baby. Tony, what was the atmosphere like inside that courtroom today?
Well, Melissa and Mark, the courtroom was packed with family, friends, and others from the community, all hopeful to find answers on this month-long case. But many left that courtroom today heartbroken.
The graphic details laid out by the prosecuting attorney describing what investigators say led to the death of Rebecca Park and her baby. The accused, Rebecca's biological mom, Courtney Bartholomew, and stepdad, Brad Bartholomew.
They brought Rebecca Park to their home. They forced her into a vehicle and took her into the woods where they stabbed her, forced her to lie on the ground while they cut her baby out of her, ultimately causing her death and the death of the baby.
The courtroom was filled with the same people who desperately
them, every one of them. Like, arrest the whole damn family. Her own mother, her own mom. She was due, was it the 8th? Yeah, it was the 18th. Her mom. This is next level evil, y'all.
Search for Rebecca after she was reported missing 1 month ago. And now, hearing the details that led to her death left many visibly distraught. The prosecutor asking the judge to leave no room for leniency.
This is as heinous and as awful the case as it could be. And I don't believe there are any circumstances in which Mr. Bartholomew should be granted any bond.
The judge did agree, ordering both Courtney and Bradley Bartholomew to continue being held without bond and are ordered to not have communication with one another from the jails. Live in Wexford County, Tony Lundy, Up North Live News.
Thanks for those updates,
And
Tony.
that is the question. For what? For why? What would be the, what would be the reason for any of this? What would be the point? What is the motive? That's the part that I can't even, I guess, even understand. The baby is gone. The baby is gone. I'm pretty sure that they have, I don't want to misspeak, okay? But the baby is gone, and I'm in shock, y'all. Like, when I heard this, I said, y'all, you cannot make the level of evil, you cannot make this up. And let me tell you guys something. There is not a lot of details about what exactly happened. And I think part of it is because of how gruesome it truly was. The details out there, I don't see a lot of like major media outlets. I mean, they're just now picking it up, but there wasn't a whole lot. So here is Michigan. Okay. So authorities charge a woman and her husband with murder Tuesday in the death of her. Oh, I'm just struggling to read. With murder Tuesday in the death of her pregnant biological daughter, whose body was found in a Michigan forest 3 weeks after she disappeared. Okay. Rebecca Park was in the final days of her pregnancy. So she was 38 weeks. That's considered, I think, full at that point, pretty much. Just right there. She was last seen November 3rd. The baby had been cut out of her when her remains were discovered last week. Okay. They were both, sorry guys. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. Baby bunny came in, so I got to be careful because. Okay, sorry. So she was upset, so I'm letting her hang out a little bit. So that is what happened. They've both been charged with, the torture and other crimes. Mr. Bartholomew brought Rebecca to their home, forced her into a vehicle, and took her into the woods where they hurt her, forced her to lie on the ground while they cut this baby out. Okay. And then this is what they did. They caused the death of this child. That's what they're saying. Okay. I don't know what, angry and jealous of what? Was stepdad and mom? Well, I don't know, man. Yeah, like the sister was arrested, the fiance was arrested, but it wasn't it wasn't related to those charges, to homicide or murder or anything. So here it says that they forced her to lie on the ground while while they did all these acts on her, and this baby died. The Bartholomews appeared in court by video in jail. They were denied bond. Public defender Robert Champion declined to comment on the case. A motive was not disclosed by the prosecutor. Dozens of people filled the courtroom. Justice for Rebecca and baby Park. She didn't even name the baby. Did she have a name for the baby? She deserves to be remembered as a sweet girl, and she was younger. She's only 22, and they're saying the father of this child was like 43. That I'm wondering, that I can't think of another motive. It's unless Michigan doesn't count the unborn, but was the baby born alive? That's the question. I have to wonder about that. You know? No worries, Moods. Thank you so much for stopping by. It was a boy, but I wonder if, because they're saying that the baby was still born. So then I was sent this recording, y'all, and let's play this. It says, in this video, Rebecca talks about the lasagna she ate the night before she went missing, saying that it tasted weird. It's more details to help us understand our final hours. And one more reason this case can't be ignored. If you follow the investigation, this moment matters. Did they poison her? Did they? Oh, Lord.
It tastes like gluten-free fucking lasagna. It wasn't too bad though. I ate half of it. I mean, we had our own personal dishes, but I ate half of it, and that's all I could do. But other than that, check. Apparently, she had it in an envelope, and I don't know what the fuck is going on, but she gave me the envelope, and fucking my sister opened hers up. There's no check. Same goes for me. And we confronted Courtney about it hardcore, and she's like, well, that's because I knew it was all about the fucking money. And I still have the money in the check and shit. It's in cash or whatever, check or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, for one, it's not just about the money, and it's not about all money either for me. Yeah, the money would help out, but if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. It's not a big deal. It's one of those things. And I told her that. And she's like, okay, well. And then she's like, well, I also realized that it wasn't about the money when I dropped stuff off at Rich's dad's house for you, which was after the dinner because I left it there, which was something for the baby. But yeah. And she wanted to take me out for shakes. Well, I told her, yeah, I'll go out for shakes, whatever. But yeah, and so that's how she figured out that it wasn't just all fucking just about money. Like, I'm not trying to just make it all about money, and I really don't give a fuck. But I told her that. So today she's supposed to actually give me the actual shit, but we'll see how that goes. And which means money wise, and go out for shakes. So we'll see. Dude, it's been a long day and a long night for me. Between Courtney and being tired as fuck. Yeah. And then when I lay down, it was so bad, like I couldn't even lay down. Like I felt like I was trying to push, like involuntarily push with my stomach. And it was so bad, dude.
What?
And I couldn't stop moving around, like I was antsy and everything. Yeah. I still kind of am, but not too bad as it was when I was in the vehicle. Well, shit, man. But I guess it went good and it went bad as well. So it depends on how the way you look at it and how people look at it, I guess. I'm looking at it as it went, yeah. So that's how I feel. Yes, the dinner went good.
So, hold up. Are we getting trolled? The lasagna laced in something? That's what it sounds like. I heard somebody in the comments said that she wasn't very close to her mother, so maybe that's why. Oh, here it is. Dragonfly said it. I read somewhere that Rebecca wasn't raised with her bio mom and had recently reconnected with her. So maybe that's what it was. That is like they weren't really that close, but like what? How does that happen? Yeah, like did they give her something to induce her? And then she said that we're gonna listen to it one more time, but she talks about how like something about pushing, or did I hear her say that correctly? There was something else. So again, this was the audio, I guess, what she ate the night before she went missing. Okay, I think it's an important information.
And it tastes like gluten-free fucking lasagna. It wasn't too bad though. I ate half of it. I mean, we had our own personal dishes, but I ate half of it, and that's all I could do. But other than that, check. Apparently, she had it in an envelope, and I don't know what the fuck is going on, but she gave me the envelope, and fucking my sister opened hers up. There's no check. Same goes for me. And we confronted Courtney about it hardcore, and she's like, well, that's because I knew it was all about the fucking money. And I still have the money in the check and shit. It's in cash or whatever check.
It's all about the money. So, okay.
Or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, for one, it's not just about the money, and it's not about all money either for me. Yeah, the money would help out, but if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. It's not a big deal. It's one of those things. And I told her that. And she's like, okay, well. And then she's like, well, I also realized that it wasn't about the money when I dropped stuff off at Rich's dad's house for you, which was after the dinner because I left it there, which was something for the baby. But yeah. And she wanted to take me out for shakes. Well, I told her, yeah, I'll go out for shakes, whatever.
She wanted to take me out for shakes. Okay.
But yeah, and so that's how she figured out that it wasn't just all fucking just about money. Like, I'm not trying to just make it all about money, and I really don't give a fuck. But I told her that. So today she's supposed to actually give me the actual shit, but we'll see how that goes. And which means money-wise, and go out for shakes. So we'll see. Dude, it's been a long day and a long night for me. Between Courtney and
I heard
being
about
tired
this.
as fuck. Yeah. And then when I lay down, it was so bad that I couldn't even lay down. Like, I felt like I was trying to push, like involuntarily push.
It hurts so bad, involuntary push. I mean, she was pretty far along.
My stomach. And it was so bad, dude. And I couldn't stop moving around, like I was antsy and everything. Yeah. I still kind of am, but not too bad as it was when I was in the vehicle. Well, shit, man. But I guess
the fiance is like an SO, y'all. Involuntary pushing. You guys know that, right? Y'all know that the fiance is an SO. Put a one in the chat if you knew that. He's an SO. Couldn't stop moving around. Too bad, yeah. She didn't call her mom. She called Courtney. She didn't call her mom. Yeah, she didn't call her mom. So I should tell you how the level of closeness, That's crazy. Yeah, he's an SO, which I was like, well, what the hell? Hold up. And here is an interview. Let me see.
Clips from the news interview that Rebecca's mom and her sister gave. Let me know what you think at the end.
Cell phone was so close. Did she try to come here and knock on the door and I didn't hear her? A million thoughts.
Why are you playing music with it though? Oh, that's so annoying. I'm sorry. I really want to get to the interview part.
They went through my whole entire house. The forensics team was here. The cadaver dogs were here.
This is mom speaking. This is mom speaking, by the way, Courtney.
Sonar was here last night.
Is Brad with you?
Yes.
Were you able to clear up the confusion on his polygraph test or no?
No. They know that he was here this whole time that she's been missing, so.
Right. Guys. So 2 times, same troll, copied and repeated messages. There's clearly somebody, and I'm wondering if other creators are seeing the same, that do not want us to talk about this specific case. And I see that a lot, specific trolling, and I just blocked this person. I know, Chico, you just blocked somebody else. They've copied and pasted the same Cheeks you just blocked, and Chico blocked the other one. Is there an issue? Why? Like, I don't know, people are just trolling, but it's weird to me, like very specific messages that you're putting in this chat. I got sniper mods, so I don't know what it is that your issue is. I'm going to keep playing this.
So we're confused because Kimmy and Rich are in jail. And I have to admit, Courtney, at times we've thought that you and Brad have to know somehow. How do you feel about people listening to you point them to the trails behind your home, and then the next morning she's found on the trails behind your home?
Wow.
We were going off of what Kimmy had asked Brad, and our assumptions of her asking that were right.
When did the time frame, if you can remember, when did Kimmy start asking you about the trails?
Before
Rebecca went missing?
Like three blocks already. That's Cheeks. That's not bots. That's somebody that does not want us to talk about this case. And now that just makes me want to talk about more on this. It's 3 at this point. You said, Sylvie even said TikTok is getting hit with the same also. Yeah. And it's so easy to determine the ages of these accounts and when they were created. So that shouldn't even be an issue.
How long before?
Yes.
We can find out who and what.
Like I think it was like the Saturday before.
The Saturday before. So so that kind of points to like this was planned, like she may have planned this, like a premeditated type of move.
We thought it was just so that her and her friends could go out trail riding.
I understand. Have you suspected Kimmy this whole time?
Every time that we would bring up like an idea or something, she would no.
Wow.
That's no good. We're not going to do that.
She's defensive.
We put a piece of paper on the wall. Well, it's like a whiteboard, and I told her to start writing down ideas and everything, and she's like, no, I'm not.
At what point did you and Brad, this is after Rebecca went missing, looked at each other and said, I think Kimmy is involved in this? Did you kind of know right away, like as soon as she went missing, or did it take a little bit?
Oh my God, I've not seen this. So again, shout out to this creator. I don't believe that this is the creator's channel. This is Steph's Case Files. Check them out. But I think it's the original channel. Somebody uploaded her interview, but this interview is like 6 days old. Okay. So she's been on TikTok a couple times talking to people and clearly maybe trying to change the narrative. Now she's charged with murder.
When she told us Saturday that she was in the car and she put her on the bus, that's when we were like, that doesn't seem right. Something's not right.
Okay.
But Kimmy said that she was going to tell the police.
Go ahead.
She said that she was going to tell the police about Becca being out of state.
Right. Something like this has happened before, though it's been many, 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 many years. And that incident in Texas was because the woman wanted a baby. Do you feel like Kimmy done it because she wanted the baby? Or do
Oh my God. That's crazy.
you think that something nefarious happened and she tried to save the baby?
Kimmy was sitting here on her computer on the dark web. She said that she was looking for her sister, but I don't believe it now.
Ashley, sister and her fiance were arrested initially. Sister has been charged, I think, with tampering with evidence. The fiance is like a meth addict, so he's been charged with meth, but they have not been charged with homicide. The only people that have been charged with homicide is bio mom and stepdad.
But what about the baby? Do you think that she would really? Because we have one or two situations here, and I hate to talk about it because I know it's your family and I know it's hard to talk about. But the baby is not there, so she either took the baby and done something like the baby's still alive, which we hope, or she tried to save the baby and was unable to. And then the baby is in a separate place. And if so, why not put the baby with his mom? It seems almost evil.
She does.
I don't know. I can't
Oh my God.
speculate on it. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know what any of them were thinking. Because there's one other person that has not been arraigned or booked in yet.
Except it's the mom now. Now, this is an interview they did November 26th. That's what it says there. But it is now December 2nd, and mom has been formally charged. Now, you said, so she was trying to get pregnant. Okay. Mom is like in her 40s, and mom's like 47. Yeah, this TikToker and her interview skills is like phenomenal. Shout out to her. Okay. Shout out to her. It is beyond crazy, though. Beyond crazy. So this lady talking to mom. Yeah, that's mom. Courtney. This is a TikToker. Courtney, mom hits the link. Did they ever find the baby? They haven't said anything. The baby, I think they're classifying the baby. The baby died. That's what we know. But they haven't said if they found the baby. I want to assume that they did in order for them to determine that the baby's, gone. But that's what they're saying. So I don't know. I'm assuming that they did based on the fact that they said that the baby's gone.
One other person that has not been arraigned or booked in. So we don't know this person's name yet.
No.
You're not talking about Michael Mercer, are you?
No.
Because it was his father who was in jail's PayPal card that was found there by her. What do you think about that?
She said she lost it.
Kimmy said she lost that PayPal card?
Yes. She told us that she lost it. She just didn't know what happened to it. She was going to have to get a new one, she said.
So you think, y'all think that the motive, like true crime type of mind, says mom said that she wanted to have another baby. So do you guys believe that the motive was to take away this baby and then make her disappear? Is that what you guys think? Put a one in the chat. Like, the woman wanted to get pregnant. She's in her 40s. I think she's 47, if I remember her age correctly. So she went to this extent. I'm going to do a poll here because motive, what else? Why would you do this to your own child?
What I have to admit, Rich is a yucky person. I've called him that word. But I said, I don't think he's involved here. I think I was wrong. I know I was totally wrong here, maybe, because everything is alleged. and everybody's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. What do you think has happened here between Rich and Kimmy? Do you think Rich is going to be charged with tampering with evidence, or will he be charged with homicide as well? Or both?
I don't know. I have a source that said he called last night and there was no emotions about Becca. There was no emotion about the baby. There was no emotion at all.
I have a source. Who the hell are you? You're a blogger now? You're a TikToker now? Girl says, I have a source who said that there was no emotion. What are you talking about? And then she's the one being charged with the murmur. What? Yeah, you can't even make this up. Yeah, Red Shirt is
Did he
interviewing
proclaim
mom.
his innocence in any way to this person?
No, he told her that he admitted it.
Oh, really? So that's on a recorded jail call?
From what I'm understanding, yes.
Oh, man, they will use that against him in court. This whole time I didn't do anything. I've not done anything. And you let
Well, here's the crazy part, right? Because, somebody said in the chat they weren't very close. Even if they weren't very close, who would do this to a pregnant woman? Number one, like, who would do this to a pregnant woman out of all things? Fine. They weren't very close. I'll give you that, but who would do this to a pregnant woman? Yeah, right. Everyone's innocent until the evidence points straight to you. Do you know what, Abraham? You are so right. Listen, this is giving, it just gives like such a bad movie plot. And I hate to put it this way because you don't hear about this. Yeah, this Courtney has no emotion, at least, well, she's not moving there, right? But at least from the sounds of it, she doesn't sound like there's a whole lot of upset, like she's crying or anything. This is giving just evil, which then makes me wonder, if you've done this to your own daughter, have you done it to anybody else? Have you hurt anybody else this way?
Come in and look. You opened up your home. You said one thing that she mentioned, though, that there was new paint. Did you all recently paint the walls?
We've been doing this for over like 2 months now. The remodel has been going on for like 4. I sat in my house last night with 2 officers watching me and my family.
Right.
Wow, you wonder why. So Stephanie, the woman that's speaking, the interviewer is the lady in the red, right? The woman that's speaking, she's interviewing, is mom. She did this interview on the 26th. Mom is now charged with murmur. Mom and the stepdad. Official charges today. So yeah, y'all see no emotion whatsoever. She's more worried about the fact that the police are there and they're watching and they're doing different things. Yeah, my friends. Yeah.
And they noticed the carpet wasn't changed. They noticed that the couch that everybody said was cut out. They noticed that it was ripped and everything.
Okay.
I have a 120-pound dog. As you guys seen in the video when I told them about Kimmy, he breaks my couches down very quickly. So I have to get new couches probably every 6 months because of him.
And what about the truck? Did the police look again at the truck while they were at your house?
Yes, they did. Did not find anything. They left my truck here. Had they have found something and really thought that it was used in any of this, they would have taken my truck. And my truck is still here.
Right. We know by visual testimony from people who found your daughter. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. That she was laid there peacefully with her eyes closed, obviously in a spot where she would have been seen because that spot had been searched before. And I think they narrowed down the timeline that she was probably moved overnight. If she was at Kimmy's with Kimmy or Rich, would they go so far as to bring her all the way back over behind your house?
I don't know. They weren't telling me any details last night when they were here.
I mean, I
They
guess
just
I'm
told me that
asking
my
as
daughter was
people. I guess I'm asking as people, are they capable of doing that like a slap in the face to you all? Maybe trying to frame or pin it on y'all by placing her behind your home.
Well, she wasn't behind my home. She was out on the trails away from my home.
Right.
But this whole time they have tried to frame me. This whole time. And I've stand tall. And I told everybody I didn't do
She
anything.
said that they're trying to frame her. What is she talking about? The new interview I sent around 30-minute mark, not 7. All right. I want to go to the original Steph case files. So I saw your link, but I'm going to try to find it on case Steph files, like the original interviewer, because I think that that's what you sent me to watch her. But I want to see if I can find it on TikTok, so then I can give her credit for the interview, because she's a content creator and clearly she's put some time in here, and I want to make sure that we are following her.
Brad didn't do anything. They're
So I'm trying to find it.
Frame him also during all this.
Did Kimmy ever come get her wallet?
The police took her bag last night.
And the wallet was in the things that they took?
I don't know. I don't know what was in her bag. We just handed the bag over to the police.
Because we are all trying to, and listen, you don't owe us an explanation, and you don't have to get up here and speak. So we appreciate your time.
Yeah.
And especially
I'm
during.
going to tell you guys something. I think she likes this. I think Courtney likes this. I think that in her tone, just outsider making an assessment, speculation likely, there's a level, she doesn't have any emotion, but her doing this, it's almost like there's a level of control that she feels like she has. She can say what she wants to say and not share what she doesn't want to share. So there is this like control aspect here, and it's completely pure evil.
This hard time. So I want you to know that that is appreciated and respected. We're just trying to get down to the bottom of what happened here so that we can go find your grandson. Rebecca, we feel is at peace now, and she's being taken care of, but we have a baby to go find. Do you in your heart of hearts feel like your grandson is alive?
I do. I hope he is. But we don't know what he looks like. Nothing.
Right.
We don't have a clue.
If Kimmy took the baby and the baby is still alive, she has another child. She has a child, right? Kimmy does?
Yeah, the longest pause.
A little girl, yeah.
And she lives with her boyfriend, and grandma or mom live in that home. I guess my point is people would notice this newborn baby around, wouldn't they?
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, I found the latest interview. Put one in the chat if you want to go to the latest interview now. It's actually, she actually has a YouTube channel, and I was able to find her. She has the full interview up. Put one in the chat. If it's a long interview, so I don't know if we'll be able to go through it all. We'll probably go through it tomorrow, the most of it. Put one. Should we go to the latest interview? All right, we're going to. I see some ones in here. Okay, this is her channel on YouTube. I just subscribed. Steph Case Files. Okay, and this is her. Now I'm going to see if I can try to speed this up a little bit for the sake of time.
Just me and you. in your heart of hearts, do you think your daughter?
Now, when was this interview done? She doesn't have the date on it, but I believe, well, this was uploaded 13 days ago. So this can't be the newest one. Let me see something, y'all. Sorry. Make sure I got the dates right. Because she has this up here. Will Rebecca K. Park's family add to the reward fund? Hold up. This was 11/18. This can't be new. These are not new. So when did she do a recent one? And hold up. Let me see. I don't see her interview up. Maybe she took it down for there's a reason why it's not up. We don't know what the baby looks like, right? Okay, let me find out because this interview would be older than the other one. Hold up, y'all. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me see if I can find the recent one again because it's not that one.
Is her, I don't know if you know her boyfriend's family, but are they the kind of people that would keep a secret like that?
No, they are not people like that.
Rich lives with his.
I've known his family since my first son was born. Her boyfriend's uncle actually was implicated to be my son's dad when he was born until the blood tests come back. And I've known that family ever since.
And let you know that, and or I can call. I don't mind.
The police will be checking, but I would respectfully ask everybody to stay out of this investigation so that we can find my grandson. Because with everybody being in this investigation now,
This is what she was worried about. I found it. I think I found it, y'all. So this is 12 days ago. Okay. So this is part 2, follow up, deep dive. We continue uncovering shocking details, contradictions, and answers and questions. Okay. Who is this person right there? Now hold up. Courtney, I think it's the one in the red. So we're going to try to skip right where she comes in. Okay. And we might review some of this tomorrow, y'all, for the sake of time. Here we go.
Don't come out and talk. Usually they don't speak.
Exactly. That's what I told her. I said, if you were an informant, you wouldn't be telling me what you're telling me. And things aren't making sense. Her house has never been searched. So, and when it come to the ones that were going to help us search for Becca, the recovery group, she would not give them the pin to the phone that we went and got from Rich and gave to the recovery group. She wouldn't give them a pin. She wouldn't even try to give them a pin.
Kimmy is the sister. Kimberly is the sister, the one that picked up the charges initially with the fiance. Now, again, the fiance is a registered SO. Okay, just so you know, on top of the meth stuff, he's also a registered SO. Okay.
So they handed the phone over to Wexford County Sheriff's Department and backed away.
Courtney, you just dropped a bombshell on us here.
I'm sorry, but I've got a million things going through my head on what the hell happened to my daughter. And I'm trying to figure all this out, but everybody's like coming at me for no reason when I'm trying to get the truth out there of what happened. Wexford County even changed the time that my daughter was last seen.
What is she in the bathroom?
So
go ahead.
So there are messages between you and Kimberly that I've seen on a live that it's between you and Courtney, or you and Kimberly, I'm guessing, that basically y'all were texting and saying, and Kim was saying that she was using reverse psychology on us, and you had asked her why she was on TikTok, and she basically said that she was using reverse psychology, and you said that. One second, I'm gonna read them straight off. You had told her, why are you on TikTok? She said, they wouldn't stop asking me, so I'm defending you. You said you weren't defending me. She said, I'm using reverse psychology, or it says physiology, but I think she meant psychology. You said, you're making it worse. She said, just watch. You said, I can have kids. She said, I said that. and then you just said I had a hysterectomy. You need to tell them. What is that reverse psychology part about?
What?
No clue. Like, she's trying to get everybody to feel sympathy for her. Like, she only cries when you look at her.
I'm sorry, you cut out. What'd you say?
I said she only cries when you look at her. That's the only time she cries. Like, I'm trying to stand strong for my kids, and she's like faking it. Like, it doesn't even bother her, and it bothers the fuck out of me. Sorry for my language, but it bothers me so bad that I can't even get off my couch because my head is so going crazy.
Excuse me. Courtney, this is your own daughter you're speaking of here. Are you trying to insinuate that she might be nefariously involved in this?
I think she knows where her sister is. I honestly do. Her house has never been checked. There's a phone that's missing that was her ex-baby daddy's phone, and it just poof, gone out of thin air, and we don't know where it's at. And she said she had the serial.
All of this was happening on, girl, I got to get myself on TikTok. What? All of this is happening on TikTok? And then December 2nd, the mom is found charged. They charge her and the stepdad with murder. You have got to be kidding. You know what? I think both of these two women know exactly what's going on. They're turning on each other, but they know exactly what's going on.
Numbers, and then all of a sudden, oh, well, it was changed to a different company. Like, I'm sitting here going, what the F is going on? And she's like, oh, well, she'll get a hold of us. Like, seriously? Aren't you losing your mind?
Can I? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, it's fine.
Can I ask you a question about somebody? Who, or not who, I know who they are, but do you know why James is incarcerated right now? What's his charge?
He went back to prison because of his drinking and driving.
What are you lost about? Designed by Gigi. Let me know. Courtney is the one with the hysterectomy. Courtney is Rebecca's mom and Kimberly's mom. Okay, so you have Rebecca, she was 38 weeks pregnant, basically gone. Okay, then you have Kimberly, and you have mom and Kimberly basically shifting blame at each other here, feeling cornered by this. Courtney's trying to control the narrative. Kimberly's like saying stuff but not really saying stuff. I think they both know what the hell is happening. I think they both know. Okay, she dated Rebecca's boyfriend. Apparently, mom once dated Rebecca's, fiance. I mean, they're close in age. He's 43. She's like 47. She's 22. Okay.
And
he got in a vehicle. He got in a vehicle, was drinking and driving, had open intox on his way to go see Kimberly's daughter at the adoptive parents' house.
And does Kimberly speak to him while he's incarcerated?
Yes, she does. She's
so hysterectomy, why? Well, that's the question, right? If you can't she can't get pregnant. But if she had a hysterectomy, how is she trying to get pregnant? People try, doesn't mean it's going to happen, right? So wouldn't that be a motive to steal your daughter's child and then get rid of your child and then keep this baby? Crazy work. She had said she was still trying to get pregnant in one of the interviews. Once you have a hysterectomy, it makes it a little bit difficult, right? Like, you can't just get pregnant. They all dated each other at one point. Yes, that's what it sounds like. All right.
With her ex-boyfriend's brother, but yet she's still telling my cousin, which is my first cousin and her second cousin, oh, I still love you, baby. I can't wait till you get out.
Courtney, can you straighten up some for me? Because I'm a little confused on this as well. What is up with this 3 a.m. phone call to the gas station? Did you make it? Did Kimmy make it? Can you elaborate more?
It was for my dad. Brad did bring that to my attention that it was for my dad.
So Brad called the gas station, a gas station. What is the name of that gas station?
Westco in Cadillac, Michigan.
And Brad is mom's husband. They share the same last name, Bartholomew. So Brad is also stepdad, right? He's now charged as well. Listen, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it, but okay.
And we had to check and see if they had something that my dad was needing, and they didn't have it.
Okay, got you. What could, and do you live with your dad or take care of your dad?
No, my dad lives in Cadillac.
What could he need at 3 a.m.? Are you guys normally night birds and this is your normal time to be awake?
We were awake because we sat here waiting for Rebecca to come back. That's why we were awake. And my dad was awake because he was just awake. My dad is like 72 years old, and yeah, my dad thinks he's a spring chicken.
My dad would have been 80 years old next May, so he's been going 20 something years now, but
sorry to hear that.
Thank you. Can you, I mean, I hate to be so nosy, and I know it's not any of our business.
Girl, I'm nosy.
Can you tell us the thing?
It's like, I hate to be nosy. I'm like, I'm nosy. I'm like, I don't even know how you keep a straight face with this kind of, interview. She's talking about her sister who just passed. Yeah. And they're acting like they don't know that she just passed. Okay. Mind you, this interview is 13 days old. When did they find her again? Put the date in the chat if you've been following this case. They just found her recently. So it wasn't that long ago, but this is not making sense at all. And we're not even like touching the tip of it quite yet.
At the gas station that he needed?
It was like oil or something for his car. I don't remember. Do you remember what it was? No? I don't remember either. We just got too much going on. And something little like that is just not something we're going to remember right now.
Have you heard from the police today at all?
No. Nope, I have not.
I was on a panel earlier and I spoke to Kimmy and I asked her if Rebecca had any sort of survival skills in wilderness. And she said not for this long. Would you agree with that?
So she had not been found yet on this interview.
I don't know if she would or not. I can't really answer that. But I do know this. Kimberly and the adoptive mother went, according to Kimberly, now I don't know how true it is because she's been lying a lot, went and got her medical records, gave them to the
This woman, mom, Courtney, is legit trying to pass blame to Kimberly, who's on that line. Now, this interview was held on November 20th. She was found on the 25th. This, right, you can't make this ish up.
Sheriff's Department. And when she got back here, because she had my vehicle, she was like, oh, well, now I can go get guardianship of her. Like, was this planned so that you could get guardianship of your sister and your adoptive mom could? Or, like, what the hell? Why would you do that to your sister? Because people are going to look at her now and think, oh, well, we got to do something because she can't take care of this baby if she's out of state or whatever, you know? They're making her look really bad.
Hold the phone.
She can't take care of the baby? Was the baby... how would you know that?
Another bombshell. You're saying that Kimmy and who went for the medical records?
The adoptive mom.
So, Lord-a-day-day. So they went and got the records. What were they trying to prove? I'm going to address you on the record situation in a second, but first, I want to know what you think they were going to go prove as far as getting guardianship for her, that she was incompetent. They would have to prove some sort of incompetency.
Okay, they went to go get the medical records because they want everybody to know Becca is a little slow, not retarded, but she's a little slow. Okay.
Right.
They want to prove that so then Kimberly can get guardianship of Becca.
Didi, is Didi in the chat? Didi, you've been following this for a while. Did you watch these interviews? This mom saying that her child is slow. But again, they just reconnected about 4 years ago. So there is no real like connection, y'all. I did hear that Rebecca had some intellectual disabilities. Would they be like easy to take advantage of her and put her in situations where she could be taken advantage of, right? I call BS. You cannot get someone else's medical records because of HIPAA laws. Well, if Rebecca she's 22, so she can definitely get her own records and sign her own stuff. It depends. If somebody is dependent of you, you can get their records. I think the cutoff age is 21 though, but I'm not really sure. You said pass money around and they will start talking, telling on each other. Oh my gosh. This is insane. Let me keep going, y'all.
And Kimberly can get Becca's records because she's on all of Becca's papers.
What kind of papers?
Becca's 20. Well,
like at the doctor's office, like you can sign a form where only this person can get information on you.
So
they had a paper that was drawn up that Kimberly can get all of Becca's records. According to Kimberly. Now, I don't know if Kimberly is telling the truth. I mean, she went and told the whole world that I had a hysterectomy when I didn't have a hysterectomy. Now, get me wrong. Do you have periods when you have a hysterectomy? Because I don't think so. I mean, I had never known a woman to have periods when she had a hysterectomy. Complete hysterectomy.
I have to tell you, going back to the medical records, I'm not saying that you're not telling the truth. I'm just saying that I find it hard to believe that they are giving the medical records because of HIPAA. My mom passed away in 2022 at the age of 66 from early onset dementia. So, and she lived in another state. So I had to go in front of a judge in another state and prove to him that I needed to be her guardian. And that is a process of legal paperwork that has to be handled in a court of law. So I'm finding the medical records thing hard to believe.
They signed a thing at the doctor's office where Kimberly can get Becca's records. I can do it with my husband where he can get my medical records. But Kimberly is like a big bully to Becca. Like,
hold up. So I'm sorry, guys, because I had to get my door. Why did she ask can you still get your periods? That's where I miss it. She says, I mean, I have never known a woman to have periods when she had a hysterectomy, a complete hysterectomy. Okay. And she says, I gotta like scoot back a little bit. The medical records because of HIPAA and my mom passed away in 2022 at the age of 66. So that would be Courtney's mom. Okay, let's keep going.
She tells Becca how she's going to do it, when she's going to do it. And Becca gets so mad about it. And I don't blame her. I would too. But it's just unreal. And for everybody, I don't know why she's saying that she talked to her at 3 a.m.
Yeah, well, she's saying she didn't have a hysterectomy, and her proof is that because she still gets her periods. I think she was trying to make a point with that. Like, I think she's just rambling, trying to switch, and then she keeps going to blaming the sister. She's a bully, so she must have something to do. But honestly, I think it's, I don't know.
I don't know. I have no clue. And now Kimberly's texting me saying, I need my effing wallet out of your truck. Well, come get it.
Does Kimberly have children?
She has one, which she ended up losing her because of the decisions that she made.
What?
And CPS was involved from the get-go because her baby daddy, being her cousin, well, that's not why they're involved, but he went to prison for breaking his first child's arms and legs.
Did she just say, okay, like, okay, the father is the cousin and he broke the baby's legs and oh my.
He's not supposed to be around kids.
Is this the guy that won't allow her to come in the house if she gets there after 10:30 p.m.?
No, this is James Mercer, the one that's in prison.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to tell y'all right now, if a man tells me that if I get home after 10:30 that I have to find somewhere else to stay, I would write in the you know what, hun. And he'd be sitting sleeping outside.
Well, Kimberly has been staying here.
Okay.
Because she was using my truck, so she was staying here so that every once in a while Brad didn't have to get up at 3.
Guys, I'm going to need you guys to hit the like button, please, and thank you, because we're streaming pretty lengthy time. Please and thank you. Support the channel. Hit the like button. It does help out. Please and thank you. I have to stop and let you guys know because, we're trying to get our channel out there. We're trying to, meet our goal of 100,000 subscribers. That's the goal. So I really appreciate it if you guys help out. Hit the like button, share, do all those good things to support creators. Thank you.
3 o'clock in the morning and be there by 4 at her house.
Everybody take a breath in. We have 50,000 likes, 1.2 thousand souls in this room right now. If you are in this room and do not follow me, please do so. It is free to do. Tapping is clapping. Let's see if we can get to 75,000 likes pretty quickly. Do you believe that being on these panels is helping or hurting?
With everybody's opinion, honestly, it's hindering the sheriff's department. It's hindering the family from thinking clearly. It's really hurting everybody. Everybody posting.
She didn't have to be on those panels, y'all. She's making a decision. She didn't want people to talk about the case. People talk about cases all the time. You don't see families or anybody hitting panels. There's a difference. And Didi, thank you so much for gifting. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Didi. Thank you for being the first to gift also and hit that like button. Y'all, if you've been gifted, put some hearts in the chat from Didi who helped. Thank you.
Everything that they're posting, it's not doing any good. Honestly. I mean, I know everybody's trying to get the word out there about Becca, but the police department is overwhelmed. They're overworked. They're working 14, 16, 18 hours a day on this, trying to find my daughter. And it's getting to be a circus, like a full-blown circus.
Where could she be? Can you? I'm trying to think of where could she be. So
I was talking to a friend, and his son is one of her friends on Facebook, and he was telling me that her hometown went to Tennessee, and then all of a sudden, when he went to go look for it again, it was gone. So I think this Mel Bailey and Josh know where Becca is. If she put in Tennessee and then all of a sudden it was gone because somebody was like, don't do that, they'll find you. I think they know where she's at. The only way to check their houses would be to hit them both at the same time or follow them and see if.
It's so crazy to know that now she's been charged, you guys. That is insane to me to know that. Misty, thank you. Misty, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you, my lovely. Put a heart and a thumbs up. Thank you, love. Appreciate the support. Y'all, it's so weird to know that now this is the outcome.
They actually know where Becca is.
So you don't know who Mel is personally, just through a friend of a friend?
Mel is Becca's friend's mom, and she contacted me after I talked to Becca's friend. And I don't know her personally. I don't know where she lives, honestly. I don't know any of that, but she did say that she lives in Tennessee. And she was backing Josh pretty hard when all this first started. Oh, well, he was here, he was there, he did this, he did this, he doesn't have this, he does have this, that. I mean, she was backing him like 100%, but he's her ex-husband.
So I know, well, not I know, but have y'all talked to Rich anymore? I feel like he's like fell off the face of the earth.
Me too. I feel that way.
I have not talked to Rich. The last time that I even heard anything about Rich is when we went and got the phone, the night that the recovery group came out.
So you didn't, oh, okay. You're talking about the other day, the third phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you aware of Rich's alibi?
So it's the sister asking the questions to the mom? That's what I'm listening. And Rich is the fiance. Okay. And mind you, sister and fiance were arrested on the same day. Fiance again had meth. He's got a SO charge, registered SO from like a couple years back. And sister was charged with tampering with evidence and lying to police. This is weird. This is so weird.
No, I know Becca said that he was sleeping. That was why she said, Mom, let's just go.
Okay. And the only reason why I'm talking about that is because I want to say like not even a week ago, I know that after Rich came on a panel, said his side of the story, after that, it was kind of like going back and forth. Like Rich was like kind of concerned with you and Brad, and then you and Brad were concerned with you and Rich, like sus of you and of Rich. And it was kind of like you were, I'm not saying pointing the finger at Rich, but basically saying that he's suspect in all of this situation. And I just want you to know that I'm not sticking up for him. I don't think he is a good person at all with his background and everything like that. But I do have confirmation that his alibi, what his alibi is, and it is stuck of him being at home the entire night the night that Becca went missing and never leaving his house. And
oh my God. Oh my God.
Your truck picking up Becca was shown on his video cam footage in front of his house. So I just want you to know that that is his alibi and it has stuck.
But the thing is, yeah, that was between 6:30 and 7 o'clock that night. Where was he the rest of the night?
He was at
really
home.
sleeping?
Well, they never showed him leaving or coming back home at all the entire rest of the night. Like
Rich
until
likes to walk down the road.
I'm sorry.
Rich likes to walk down the road. He's got a cousin that lives right down the road that he goes and does rugs with.
Well, you did tell me just now that
they're discussing this all in the live stream on TikTok, guys. All of this. This is mom and daughter, Rebecca's sister, Rebecca's mom. And now, here we are, December 2nd. Mom's been formally charged with murder, tampering, hiding, conspiracy, causing a miscarriage stillborn. Like, these charges are next level, guys.
You said that Becca said he was sleeping. So I do know that there's video. What I was saying is there's video footage of Rich never leaving his house and never coming back to his house that night.
But he can avoid those cameras. Trust me. We've avoided them quite a few times. I know all of Rich's little tricks and trades and all that. So yeah, he can avoid those cameras.
Sorry, I had to get another phone.
You know what I mean? The way mom talks about him, I know Rich is all little tricks. Why would you know? Maybe because they dated? I don't know. Okay, this is bizarre. All Violets, thank you so much for this $9.99 super sticker. Thank you, love. Thank you for supporting the channel. That really does mean a lot. Thank you. She said we avoided them. Yeah. Yo, she's just telling on herself, man.
Because I'm getting incoming news here, so bear with me.
But all I want is for my child to be found, brought home safely. If she's had my grandbaby, I want to make sure, you know, he's safe, he's healthy. My daughter didn't go through a lot having him. I just really hope they're okay. That's all I want to know. I don't care where she's at. I don't
Yo, this is evil. This is evil.
don't care her reason for leaving. I don't care any of that. I just want to know that she is safe. So then I can sleep better at night.
Y'all, we are almost to 100,000 likes. I don't think I've ever seen it get to 100,000 likes so quickly. We have 1.2 thousand souls in this room. I have the wrong glasses on, so I have to zoom in and look down to focus in on what y'all are saying. So that's why I'm kind of looking crazy right now. Today's live goal is a new one, 10 money guns. If you do send one, it goes to support the platform. And what I do here this morning, I filmed a segment with News Nation. My segment it's probably about 15 minutes long.
Okay, I'm going to try
interview.
to skip over that a little bit.
So that I'm going to be on a show called Miss
Recovery group and found out that they backed out yesterday because Kimberly wouldn't give them wouldn't send codes or any of that. And all the crap that she's saying on all these lives, they were like, no, we're not doing drama. And they backed out. So we definitely need help. If you want to help, send me a personal message and I would be glad to get more help.
So let's back up just a minute. Earlier on the live, I heard you, I was listening in, and you told the host that you already have one. You already have a PI, or was this prior to the recovery team backing out?
That was the recovery group is who we had. There was never a PI. There was never.
Right. When did the recovery team notify you that they backed out of the case?
I called them today.
What
and
time?
They told me that they what time did I call them? The 989 number. 2:01 p.m. today is when I called them.
She called her out?
So just a couple of hours ago.
Yeah.
She did. She just said yesterday, and now she's saying today. I'm confused because I spoke with the recovery team, and they said
that they. No,
Ooh, she's calling her out. She's saying, you said this and I said that. Whoa. Yeah, Kristen, we have to do that sometimes. You know, I just did it too. Sometimes, you know, when you're spending time here, you gotta, you know, let's tell the people to hit the like button. You know, it's just how you have to do it as a content creator. And it may not land very well with some folks, but sometimes you have to do it. The trail has been searched. Rebecca wasn't there the day before she was found. That's crazy. So she had just been placed there. That's interesting.
They told me that they quit yesterday after they gave the phone to Wexford County Sheriff's Department.
Okay. From my understanding is I spoke to one of the people on the recovery team and they aren't backing down. They're going to continue doing grid searches, but they only have 3 people and they need more people. They need more professionals and licensed people.
You're not even contacting the people that had contacted us, obviously, because you would know that they did quit.
I just got a message right now. Hell no, we are still working it all dang day.
Oh my
God. This is the recovery team.
No,
I'm not giving the information out, but I want you to know that I am in
I have a 989 number.
It's the bounty hunter. That's who it is, Courtney. If you want to contact him, go ahead.
They're not close. Okay. Keep that in mind.
Contacted them.
I'm not trying to argue, Courtney. I'm just telling you that
you are because I'm telling you what they just told me 2 hours ago.
Okay.
So
well, I'm
all of a
telling you,
sudden
and I hope it eases you that they are still working on this.
Well, if they are, good. Good.
Okay. Yeah, it is good. It really is good. They're doing everything they can. They want more people. They need more help. I'm helping them and trying to get a bigger agency out there to try to help. But I am in contact with them and they are not giving up. I'm sorry. What did she say?
Hold on a second.
Docuseries country.
Are you? Hi, this is Courtney.
What is she doing?
I was told that you guys quit and then you guys aren't backing out. So can you tell me, are you guys quitting or are you guys still there?
What is she doing?
What, that missing girl case?
Yes, with Rebecca Park case.
Well, just me. I'm the only one that left. I mean, the other team is still there.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I wasn't told that earlier, but okay, yeah, that's great. Thank you. I just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you.
That lady is not. That is next level. I don't know. Green Eyed PI, thank you so much for this super sticker. Thank you, love. Shout out to you. Thank you. Shout out to everybody that supported today. I really appreciate it. My goodness. Dude, that's what I'm like. What are y'all like? What?
Okay, so I guess only one left out of the 3. Okay, that's great. But we still need more help. Any help that we can get, we're glad to take.
Right. And Courtney, I have nothing to lie about. I want you to know that. I have absolutely nothing to lie about here.
Well, I didn't know that it was just one. I thought it was the whole team. So that's my bad. I'm sorry. But I wasn't told that it was more than, Well,
I accept your apology. I accept your apology. And everybody's doing everything they can that's involved in the search up there, doing everything they can to sit here and help in any type of way. And if anybody sits here and offers help to you that you don't have to worry about and they'll do it on their own, I would not back it down.
It's the simple fact that she really thinks she can like lie to people. This is giving me Rebecca Haro vibes. When she was looking at the camera and he hit me and all that. Like these people are just different level. You're like, you really think you can lie and control this narrative? Okay.
If I was a mother and my child was missing, I would take whatever anybody gives me. I don't care what it is.
Not backing anybody down. The more the merrier. As long as, hopefully we can get some answers and my daughter gets found and she's brought home safe and my grandson is safe. I hope he's not born yet because we really want to be there. But if he is, I hope he's doing okay and they're doing okay. And
that's not normal. Y'all just murmur your child and the baby.
I just really want to find my daughter. Like, I have not tried to break yet because I'm waiting for my daughter to come home. I'm waiting for her to be found. And hopefully when she is found, she doesn't say, well, I don't want nobody knowing where I'm at. I hope to God that doesn't happen.
Folks, we have 148,000 likes. Pinned below is if you want to become a super fan for a flat rate, you get extra benefits as a super fan.
Dang. Oh my God. Survive the Kool-Aid. Thank you so much for this $19.99. Please like, especially if you appreciate all the thank you. Appreciate you, Survive the Kool-Aid. Shout out to my member, Survive the Kool-Aid. I'm gonna try to because I know she has to promote, but I'm gonna try to move a little bit further. And again, thank you guys. Thank you, Survive the Kool-Aid. Let's continue, okay? I don't even know where to stop because we got to talk about Diddy, but I don't know where to stop. Where should I stop? Because we're going to have to finish this tomorrow, guys. Where do I stop, y'all? I don't even know if I want to stop. Like, that's crazy. Coco's mom, thank you so much for the $10. I'm so tired of these sad moms, Rabbit. I know. Thank you, Coco's mom. It's sad. Like, this, I can't imagine. It's a lot. It's like it just keeps getting worse and worse as we keep going. Let's keep going.
Show, but there is something in the course of that case that caught my eye that is going to probably change the outcome of the case later on in a positive way. So it takes many eyes in many villages sometimes to find or figure out what happened to missing people. It's not just me, it's you and everybody in here sometimes. I know that the drama gets out of hand and that the police department is hindered sometimes by it, but for the most part, it's a thousand brains thinking of all of the possible ways that Rebecca could be missing and not return 9 months pregnant. Courtney, I have to ask you an honest question.
Yes.
Do you know if Rich has any debt with the wrong kind of people?
Yeah, I will touch on that. Kimberly did mention to me that Rich has thousands, and we're talking thousands, with a rug king.
Oh, that's interesting. Now, that would have probably been the other thing that I would have assumed had it not been the parents, y'all. Because I would have thought that maybe the, meth out SO fiance might have had like a debt somewhere. That's honestly what I would have thought too. Oh my goodness. You'll never be me. Thank you so much for being a member for 31 months. Shout out to you, my love. You're approaching OG status. Thank you, thank you, thank you. On my lunch, just came to the show. Thank you, love. I hope you have a good work evening shift. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's keep going. And we have to stop at some point, but we're gonna finish this. We're gonna finish this. We have to finish this tomorrow, okay? Because I'm like, what? This is the first time I hear this.
How many thousands? 20?
She didn't say, but she said it was thousands.
Is Rich the kind of guy that would hand her over to pay such a debt?
I'm not sure, but the people that he deals with, they could go after her. I'm not going to lie. The people that he deals with are very scary. They are in the sea, and they are from rug gangs.
Boy.
So there's a possibility, and
this lady, y'all, and I'm trying to keep it cute because I can't really cuss right now. But this lady, criminal researchers, drug dealers don't do this. Why? I'm just thinking, man, I never would have thought I would have been the mom criminal researcher. This lady trying to blame the sister, trying to blame the boyfriend, trying to blame everybody but herself. You can't make this up, man. You can't.
I've been going through that. I've been trying to figure it out myself, and my brain is just, ugh. I'm constantly trying to figure things out every day, all day long. Like, Brad's like, you need to take a break. You need to take a break. I can't take a break. I need to know where my child is, and if she's okay, and if she's safe, and if she's had my grandson, that he's safe and he's okay, and she's got everything that she needs for him right now. And a million things go through my head every day. Like, I'm about to go to counseling because this is getting to me really bad, not knowing where she is. Especially when Kimberly brought up the rug thing. It like blew my mind away. I knew when she was with her second baby daddy that she was a rug runner. I knew that. And I tried to get her out of it, and she wouldn't go. She was like, no, I'm staying. And found out that she was hooked on it. So I see why that she wasn't leaving. But then when she got with Rich, the rugs were more important than her worrying about the baby she's carrying, her worrying about her kids, her worrying about any of that, and it's sad to say, but I'm praying and hoping this is not the case.
Hi, Chef.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Who is that?
Just getting a little bit here, a little bit there, and seeing how we're gonna put it all together. But Kimberly, I have a question. Excuse me, Kimberly. Courtney, if you don't mind, Steph, if I can ask a quick question here.
Sure.
If you think that he's dealing
Is
with
that another streamer? That's what it sounds like, right?
these type of people, why would you say it?
Why would I say it?
Right. Like you just mentioned a very dangerous organization.
So Chef Talk on TikTok, he's the one that had the footage with when they were searching for Rebecca and Courtney was standing there basically telling them where they could find Rebecca. It was kind of weird. So that is another TikToker, guys. Check him out too. I've been following as well. Like, that is crazy. Thank you, Sylvia. And Coco's mom, thank you so much for getting 5 memberships. Thank you, Coco's mom. Rabbit, that is Chef Talk, part of the Murder by Nature podcast group. That's right. Shout out to Jasmine for Murder by Nature podcast, who's been following this as well. Y'all, that TikTok is a whole different level in the true crime sector.
I'm not scared. I'm aware of that, but I'm not scared at all.
Oh, okay.
I have some pretty mean friends out there that would back me up. My husband's aunt is one person that would back us. And I'm not going to say why or where she's from, but I'm pretty sure that she would definitely back us. So I'm not really scared.
So would you say you saw those type of people in the neighborhood?
Can you say that again? Sorry, my phone went off.
Would you say you saw those type of people in the neighborhood?
I've seen Rich deal with them, yes. I've seen him text them. I've seen him meet up with a couple people, but no names were mentioned. No.
When you've seen them meet up with a couple, when you've seen them meet up with a couple people, what kind of vehicles were they in?
Blacked out.
What do you mean by blacked out?
Everything was blacked out. It was like kind of like an SUV type, but the windows were blacked out. The truck was blacked out.
Wait, so I thought she was in a car. Coco's mom, have a good night. Thank you again for supporting the channel. Shout out to Coco's mom, y'all. If you've been gifted, make sure you guys are dropping hearts. Yo, what? I could have sworn she said that when they reported her missing, she got into a car and they couldn't figure out, and that was it. That's weird. So now it was an SUV? Interesting.
Everything was blacked out. And it was like a top.
And you never once thought to get like a license plate or anything?
I never thought anything like this would come down. This has been over 2 years ago.
Would you think at any time Rich?
This has been over. So she's talking about something else, not about when Rebecca went missing. Okay, I misunderstood.
Would feed you something that you would benefit from to keep your mouth shut?
Another streamer.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I am one of these people. I don't give a shit. I ain't keeping my mouth shut for nothing. And that's just me, though. You can't bribe me to keep my mouth shut. You can't do anything to make me keep my mouth shut. I'm sorry.
Courtney.
Oh, see that sound? I'm just gonna say it. You can't bribe me to keep my mouth shut. Y'all, the tone, instead of like, I just want to make sure my daughter's okay and my grandson's okay. And now it's like her ego. She's talking about something that happened 2 years ago, not related to this. Misty, the guy that's speaking is another TikToker by the name of Chef's Talk. Okay, just so people are aware.
I spy with my little eye a little birdie that has told me that Rich was outside of his house yesterday in hunting gear, full hunting gear with orange on. Yet he's a felon who is not supposed to possess a firearm.
Yeah.
Where's he going?
What's that all about?
I don't know. And yes, he does have firearms. He pulled a gun on my husband in my house. He come to my house because he was going to kill my husband.
What if he was searching for her? Well, I don't recall the search party saying Rich went on a search. I hope he did. I hope he's involved in that way and helping out and whatnot. But I hadn't heard nothing. Have I told police? No. I just found
Kimberly, what's up with you and Rich? Do you guys have a little something going on? Because she's very defensive about him. I do wonder what the hell is that all about?
Found out about it 5 minutes ago.
He didn't even go to the candlelight visual that was held at Myers parking lot in Cadillac for Becca. He wasn't there.
Okay.
Why weren't you there?
Because we were out with the recovery group.
Pretty sure you were on TikTok that night. I spoke to you that night. And I literally asked
But
you.
it happened about 5:30 and we were out with the recovery group then.
That is true. I'll vouch for that. The recovery team was there.
Do you know?
And I thought that was more important than going to a
Can you speak on what Rich used to do to his so-called victims when they were younger? At Uncle Richie's house?
I don't know. No. He has, I don't know. He has asked my baby cousin for boob pics, and she's only 16.
Have you ever heard him to do anything when people didn't do what he wanted them to do?
I've been graped by him twice.
Oh my God.
Did you report it?
Sorry.
I did report him, and Wexford County didn't do a goddamn thing.
Have you ever heard of any stories about him letting people dig holes and then poke them with nails?
No.
No, never to his earlier year victims. Never.
No, I don't know really much about it.
So when you said
when
you said that he raped you, like how was he forcible on you?
Oh God, I don't know if I want to go
Okay,
into that.
the first time he grabbed my arms, and it happened. I'm not gonna say any more than that, but that's what I'm gonna say. And the second time, my husband took our son up to.
I don't think that's an appropriate question to ask. I'm just gonna say I don't know how I feel about that question personally. To me, to have a man asking a woman whether she's lying or not, that's not his place to ask those kinds of details. In my opinion, that's beyond that.
Now, and it should be on his phone. It was on Snapchat, so they'd have to go through Snapchat. But he asked her for boob pics, and her mom just now realized that that's what he did because she finally come out and said something. And then her mom asked her if Rich did something else, and she kind of hesitated and said no. But like I told her mom, I said she might not want to tell you. She might tell somebody else, like a female officer or something like that.
How does he have contact with this underage human being?
Okay.
Is this somebody that he knows as kid, or?
It was Randy's daughter.
So this is all familial situation, right? Like this. So I'm just trying to find out how does that then connect to, and I just skipped over that part where he's asking her that question. Personally, I just, like I said, I have a thing about asking a question like that. Even if you want to catch somebody in a lie, especially when it comes to an R-ing situation, I'm just not here for that. So I had to kind of jump over that. I have a thing about that, y'all. I really feel like when, do people lie about R-ing? Yes. But is it a content creator's job to point that out? And, I don't know. This isn't a case about, somebody wrongfully accused of R-ing. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if I like that. But that's just my part. Again, shout out to them. To each his own on TikTok. Everybody does a little bit different. But let's see. Coco's mom, again, I thought you were going to bed. You need Q-tips to get rid of the dirt you just hearing. Right. Oh my God. Coco's mom, thank you so much again for the $10. Please go to bed. Please, please, please. Yes, everything knows. I saw that comment already, and you're going to have to bring that up with that creator because I don't control people's panels. So again, you've already said this twice on my chat. But I got you. You probably want to contact them. I can't say anything about that. That's on them. It can be triggering. Absolutely. So that's why I have to be mindful of that. So that's why you got to be careful about how you handle those kinds of things, And like I said, I don't know these people too well. And I'm trying to understand, like, I get that this is family dynamics and there's probably more to this, and I might have to go re-listen just so I understand the context and then maybe come back and talk about why that question was asked the way that it was asked. Now I'm going to stop it right here at the 48-minute mark. And it's an hour and 14. So we're going to stop at 48 minutes because we have to get about the Diddy documentary and whatnot. And it's literally, I've almost been live for 2 hours. So I'm going to be live tomorrow. We're going to finish that tomorrow. Make sure you guys check us out tomorrow for that. And I want to re-listen to that part. Just make sure I don't miss any other parts. Okay. Shout out to everybody. Well, like I said, every content creator is a little bit different. I don't expect people to, I personally wouldn't have asked that question because I just don't think it's an important question. How does that bring Rebecca, to the situation? Like, why is that important, relevant to this case? Unless it's party to the criminal case, I really don't see the relevance of it. But that's just my opinion. Let's talk about Diddy real quick, like literally real quick. So Netflix dropped a documentary today, and we're going to talk about it real quick. Now, you guys know that we covered Diddy. We covered the trial. We covered it extensively. This is the preview. And Lord have mercy, this documentary. Look, I told the people in my Discord, I said, y'all, 2025 has been about Diddy, and I'm kind of diddied out. You know what I mean? Like, I am so diddied out. 2025 has been all about it now. Now, I will say, 50 Cent is the one, I guess he's like the producer and all this other stuff. He put this together for everybody. So he's not in the documentary, but he put the documentary together. And there's never before seen footages. I'm going to tell you right now, okay? It's interesting because we read court transcripts. We had Capricorn Clark, those that remember, she was the assistant. She gives an exclusive interview. We have Roxanne, who was married to Craig Mack, an artist that was, involved in this whole situation. Shout out to Roxanne, who, she's on YouTube. She's a amazing person. Shout out to her. And then we have more information. 2 jurors get interviewed. They tell you about why they came to the decision that they came at. But do you know what the interesting part is here, right? Is there's this recording at the very beginning where Diddy's like talking to Mark Agnifilo. And you could tell, now it all makes sense to me. At the day of the sentencing, Mark Agnifilo looks like he was about to cry. This man was something else with his attorneys, okay? But you kind of get to see that. Okay, because he wants things a certain way, and he wanted social media to be a certain way and to control the narrative. And this is what he wanted. I mean, he was a beast. And you know what? This man got lucky. He didn't get sentenced to life because he was facing a RICO. So he had about 9 lawyers, literally saved his life. And he's only going to be there till what? I don't know, next year, the year after that? He's in like a luxury type of prison. Stop it. Okay? Stop it. He's got Pruno juice under the table. He is fine. Let's get into this preview.
We have to find somebody that'll work with us that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business. We're losing.
He says this to Agnifilo. We have to find somebody to work with us that has dealt with the dirtiest of the dirtiest. This is him and Agnifilo. Now, Agnifilo right now is shitting bricks. He's talking about, I'm going to sue. We're going to sue Netflix. We're going to sue Netflix. He wants that out. He does. Give me 1 second, guys. Baby Bunny's over it. Agnifilo is like, he's scared. Like these recordings were not supposed to be released. They were never supposed to be seen. So they have been released, y'all. They have been released. All right. Now let's get into this.
Puffy, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Sean Combs. All of these reincarnations, all those name changes are attached to really bad deeds.
Everything in life, you're going to have people that are bad and people that are good. You have to choose your side.
Now, let me say this, y'all. Like I said, it's been so much Diddy. So much Diddy. I watched all 4 episodes. I watched it for you guys, okay? I really did watch it. I'm going to do a pre-recorded review on this where I tell you kind of my thoughts and everything. For me, I didn't learn anything new about Diddy. Personally, I don't feel like I got any. Like, there's just been so many Diddy documentaries, guys. I'm like, oh, this is too much, right? Nothing new in terms of like information I already knew about, his early days, Harrell, all these people very, very early on. One of the things that they did not show, and I think they did not show this on purpose because they didn't want to get sued, was J-Lo. They didn't talk about J-Lo at all. I was a little surprised. I was like, come on, Fitty, what happened to J-Lo? You didn't even mention her once in this documentary. Not once. Not even when they were dating. They didn't even get into that, which I was like, I'm going to talk about that on my review. But I will say this. This documentary to me is like, there is nothing that is ever going to change my mind about Diddy at all. I don't think he's a good person. I think that there has been a lot that has been said over the years, and people have not been wrong about him. However, I don't know how I feel about writing a narrative and putting out there that somehow people were tricked, or in terms of like the social media and these jurors and stuff like that. These jurors, based on the law, did not find this man guilty of a RICO. And I think that that's something that we have to understand. So it's one thing, I'm looking at this documentary and I'm like, are we trying to like rewrite a narrative? Or because you're also allowing interviews from a lot of the people that filed civil lawsuits against Diddy. Now, please note, half of those civil lawsuits, they didn't even make it to the actual trial. Please note that. I think one thing, everybody has to understand, half of those lawsuits did not even make it to the trial. I can only maybe 3 of them that I remember: Capricorn Clark, Don Richard. One person that spoke out, and I was very surprised, was Kalina Harper. Because if you guys remember, if y'all been following from the start, when he was arrested and everything, Kalina would not speak against Diddy. And this time, she did not hold back. But she talked about why she held back initially. And clearly there's some unresolved issues between Kalina Harper and Don Richard that need to be kind of looked into and whatnot. Deontay Nash did not speak in this documentary. So you got a lot of different perspectives. It's the fact that you had 2 jurors speaking, not Mr. Bean, 2 different jurors that gave us an understanding as to why they followed through with what they followed through, and the decision that they made. Okay. But I will say this. I definitely learned something about Mark Agnifilo that I was a little like, oh, I didn't know he talked to, like, this man talks to anybody just any kind of way. And I think that Mark Agnifilo, it makes sense. The day of the sentencing, Mark Agnifilo, they didn't want to do a press conference, guys. They looked very upset. If you guys remember that, they looked like they were crying. They looked like they were sad. Westmoreland looked like she was crying. So that's interesting. I think that that's interesting. We definitely I'm going to do a pre-recorded review on it. I'm already writing the script for it. So keep an eye on it. I'll hopefully record it tonight if I got another 30 minutes, 45 minutes, to record. And then we will definitely be talking about that. Okay. All right, guys, I got to go because it's been 2 freaking hours. I'll be live hopefully tomorrow morning. We're going to finish Rebecca Park, that interview. That was, Lord have mercy. I'm processing, and I don't even understand everything that I've just processed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this whole situation. Of course, longer areas and whatnot. I really appreciate everybody that supported the stream tonight. The best way also to support, hit the like button, hype, and do those good things that help creators. Okay. I will see you guys on the next one. Hit the like. Bye, guys. Have a good night, guys. Bye.